what happened after the pandemic?
What do you mean?
Like, listen, since I come from international, where I was like at the time of the pandemic, I came from UK.
Yes.
And I experienced the film community, like the filmmakers and like the film people going there.
Yeah.
And seeing the stark contrast between there at around 2023 and then coming back to Qatar, the etiquette has been such a downfall. It's like such a different stark contrast. It is insane, honestly. Like, never have I ever like hated going to the cinema.
Then going here.
Since be staying, settling here and like trying to go to the cinema, every single visit I keep getting impressed by how trash the cinema goers etiquette is.
Yeah, I agree.
And the reason I wanted to bring this up because I'm serious. Like after every visit, it just gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
Is it in here or overseas?
Oh, here. He's talking about here.
Here, specifically here.
But you haven't. But we recently went to the movies together, you and I. We've seen Captain America together. Have you seen any of the?
No, but that was a premiere. People will be on. Their
No, even on the premiere.
Okay.
Really?
Leo, even on the premiere. And I'm not talking about the Captain America because that was the best cinema interaction. Second best cinema interaction. And number one is Deadpool 3. Okay. But if we're talking about like just people in general, what happened? No, genuinely, what happened? Like, where did we go wrong? Like, cinema has been a very important part in
part of the life,
Qatar society.
Yeah.
Yes.
Has been very part in our culture.
Yes.
People go there religiously. We all remember going there as we're chill, as kids.
Yep.
As young, as teenagers, as adults, as old, as everything else. So where did we go wrong?
I don't know, man. Because like, even as a teenager, when I would go to the cinema, like the etiquette's always been bad. Like people would put their feet up on my chair, on my seat,
Okay,
People
this is
popcorn,
normal. We got used to
talking.
that, yeah.
Talking and then on their phones. Even before the time of smartphones, people were on their phones, like talking on their phones.
It's worse now.
It's worse now.
If you're like, if the guy's in front of you and the brightness is
like
so
way
high,
up high, yeah, all the way up to 11.
you can't. It's like, dude, I can't. Your lights in my eye.
It distracts you, man.
It distracts
you. That's it.
And them recording like the entire movie on an iPhone 12.
Yeah.
On a Snapchat camera, like not even on the.
God, this Snapchat is literally the worst thing to happen to movies.
Yep.
I'm serious. Like the amount of times I've seen people just like recording, so many scenes of the movie. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Like genuinely.
Especially when you hear someone's ringtone the entire time and you try to listen to the movie.
Excuse me? We're not gonna talk about what happened during Captain America.
Man.
Wow,
Okay.
Leo.
I have
Someone's
something.
breaking etiquette.
Because here's my thing. Okay, I'm not a talker when I watch because I focus on the movie.
Yes,
He
so.
was talking to me the entire time. I brought it up when we were on the way home.
Okay, in defense. Also, Khalifa would sit next to me every time we talk. Like specifically
I remember that
even with my friends where we go to the movies, they would specifically put him next to me because he keeps asking like 15 questions per minute.
Bro, 50.
But you know what? I'm fine with that, because when you're asking questions or you're curious about something, we keep it down low.
Yeah, keep
We
your
just
voice
ask
low.
it, but the problem is people legit having conversations,
Yeah, full ass conversations.
actual full conversations during the movie.
Yeah,
Like, can we not?
I get that.
I mean,
get
if you're talking about loud conversations, of course. If someone's being super quiet and pertaining to the plot, like they want to discuss the plot.
So much so that not even an active noise cancellation your headphones would block their voices.
It depends on the person, I guess. Because like me personally, I don't like it when people talk to me when I'm watching a movie.
That's fine.
right?
Okay.
Because like I was so annoyed at him when we were watching Captain America because he was constantly asking me questions. And then at the end of the movie, when we were in the car on the way home, I told him, bro, for reference, next time if you want to ask me questions about the comic book version of this movie, ask me after the movie.
You know how many times I actually go to an actual comic geek with me to a movie?
Not many, I'm assuming. But like my
Hence.
point stays the same. You can just
Yes.
ask me after the movie.
All right, fine. For you in particular,
Yeah, but you did like this is the first time going to a movie together. Like
Yeah,
you
I
don't know
know.
my preference.
Yeah, of course.
I don't hate you for it, okay?
I know.
I'm just clarifying. Next time we go to the movies,
I'll ask.
ask me stuff after the movie.
Afterwards.
Because I like to focus on the movie because I am criticizing, especially Captain America.
Especially since, listen,
It's
The
MCU,
reason-
man.
the reason I
Very critical.
keep the reason I keep Khalifa's exception because he has like intense ADHD.
Yeah, I know. Khalifa's crazy.
He keeps like switching on and on, on and off, on and
Yeah,
off,
yeah.
on and off. So I'm allowing it.
Yeah.
He can.
But it was asking.
I'm gonna lock in on the movie.
Locking in.
Whenever he has something to say, I'm like, okay, here's what's going on.
He was asking relevant questions when we saw Venom together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, but you were also annoyed at him.
No, I wasn't. No, at the movie, no. I
Are
was
we
not.
gonna have a slander session?
No, it's not a
towards
slander
Khalifa
session.
now?
No.
Is this what we're gonna have now?
No. Okay, so
We
here,
hate you, Khalifa. That's
look,
a
the reason
conclusion.
we're having this conversation is because we want to talk about general etiquette
in
Yes.
movies.
when you're going to the movies or conventions.
Oh, don't get me started on
Yeah,
conventions. Let's get to the
there.
cinema
We'll
first.
get there. We'll go through cinema
Yes,
first.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as a moviegoer, what should you do to not annoy the person next to you, behind you, in front of you?
Yes.
Silence your phones.
Yes, silence your phones.
Turn off the phone. No, don't turn off the phone.
You don't have to turn it off. Just keep it on
just,
silent.
put it in your pocket.
Put it away.
Yeah, put it away.
In your pocket.
Yeah.
Where it belongs.
Yeah, outside, I don't mind.
What is it? What else? Like,
Don't put your feet on the person in front of you.
definitely.
Don't lift your feet. That's just rude.
Don't throw the confectionery on the floor.
Yeah, don't make a mess.
Like, it's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
how grown adults are still throwing like popcorn like it's
Like making a mess.
like it's snowball fights.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, it's annoying because like all the okay, for context to the viewers,
Yes.
all cinemas here in Qatar are carpeted. Imagine being the cleaning person,
imagine
having to clean a carpeted floor filled with popcorn, soda. It's just annoying.
Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese,
Popcorn is one thing.
Chocolate, burger,
Chocolate.
fries,
yeah,
like
whatever.
Popcorn is one thing. But if you got
Outside food?
and then see, popcorn is one thing. Could be grabbed, something like that, because it doesn't stain. Now, if you got chocolate or anything with sauce on it,
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah.
yeah,
Nachos,
yeah.
sugary drinks.
I mean, at least for the people who are cleaning it, have some respect. for
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Have some respect for the people cleaning it because every cinema in Qatar is carpeted,
Yeah. And I remember
even back in the day.
Oh yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
when I was in the UK, I would when I was going to the cinemas. I remember I went to the Batman movie, the 2023 movie, Batman.
The Batman, yeah.
The Batman, yes.
Yes.
Yes, Robert Pattinson.
Yes, the Robert Pattinson Batman. Like I remember I brought with me outside food,
Okay.
like specifically about like a sandwich or something.
All right.
That was not in the cinemas menu.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I made sure to keep it quiet. Just
Yeah, don't make a mess. Don't
make a
be
mess.
loud.
Don't
Yeah.
throw things. Don't throw things. Don't throw anything.
Also,
just-
this might be a small pet peeve, just to add on that. Don't chew your food so loudly.
Oh.
Because some people do this.
Oh, that's
It's so annoying.
and disgusting.
It's
I don't
so
know, I don't-
annoying.
really, I don't hear it that
Have
often.
you not experienced that? I've experienced that many times.
Were they
I
literally
don't
next
know.
to you?
Next to
Or-
me, behind me, whatever. I've experienced it many times.
I don't know. I don't.
Really? Maybe I just
I
have
don't
good
know.
hearing. I guess. I don't know.
No. I think we both have similar good hearings,
Yeah.
but I haven't experienced.
You've
it.
not experienced it, I
No,
guess.
not yet.
Okay, that's fine. But also another thing, if you're gonna have a full-blown conversation at the cinema, just don't. Just go to a coffee shop. If you're gonna talk about life or boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, You know,
Or you're midlife
go to a coffee
crisis.
shop.
Good for a
Yeah.
second. I thought we were gonna talk about me.
No. Just go to a coffee shop if you're gonna talk about stuff like that. Like you're okay. I was okay. Like it wasn't like a big deal.
Yeah.
I just let you know for reference because like next time, you know, because you were also talking about the movie. You're asking questions about this character because you weren't very versed with the character.
I'm versed with the character. I'm just
Clarifying.
I want to have a full-on discussion at least on how it all ties in at this point.
Yeah.
But I know if I know sometimes I get carried away,
You do.
and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
So
Also, no spoilers. If you've seen the movie once and you're in line, you want to see it again, don't talk about it in line. That's happened to me.
talk about it where?
Force Awakens.
No. Talk about it where?
On the line.
When you
Like on the concession stand,
like
when you're getting popcorn. Like
Really?
that's happened to me when I was going to see Force Awakens for the first time. It has been it had been like a week maybe since it was showing, and I hadn't had the chance to watch it the first release.
so you're in the concession stand.
Yeah, I was gonna get popcorn and a soda, you know, 'cause
Yeah.
that's what you do when you go to a cinema. And then there's this dude in line just telling me the entire plot of the movie. Not me per se, but he's telling his friend, basically, and he spoiled the movie for me. Whoever you are, shame on you.
Screw you.
No spoilers.
You told him that?
No. I'm telling him now.
Yeah.
I don't like confrontation.
What year was that movie again?
What was it? 20. So forgettable, man. The movie was
The first one, Force Awakens?
Force Awakens. What was it? 2016, 17?
15, 16, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
With the guy from 10 years ago.
Yeah, the guy from 10 years ago. Screw you, man.
Yeah.
You ruined the movie for me, even though it was already ruined. But like, you know, you made it worse.
Hope it was worth it. You know,
There's ruin of quality, and then there's the ruin basically of
No,
the
there's
plot.
ruining the movie for someone before they see it,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
right? That's spoilers. Don't do that. That's rude. But like, if the movie's already bad, then you know, still don't spoil it.
and
Do you think we can even block spoilers at this day
Nah,
and age?
nah.
Yeah, it's hard not to. It's hard not to with everyone.
Dude, you gotta go on a social media blackout to avoid spoilers.
literally.
Yeah, I do that.
Do you know the lengths that Ryan Reynolds had to go through to actually block any kind of leakage or spoilers of the movie Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Deadpool 2 or Deadpool 1 had major spoilers.
Little
And not to mention X-Men Origins, Wolverine, also the entire script was leaked online.
So yeah, like, and I want to go back to the talking in the movie.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
one time I was in the Gundam movie. I was watching Gundam.
Yeah.
Remember the one that they aired it?
Seed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was watching with my friends. We were just like watching it just casually, and then out of nowhere, two random people just came in. I'm not gonna specify what they are, what they were, but
Just people.
they were just sitting behind us, straight up gossiping for 30 minutes.
30 minutes straight.
Was it even related to the movie?
Full blown conversation.
Guess not. Okay.
I mean, that look says it all.
Come on.
Yeah, no, the looks is it all.
You're in a Gundam movie. What gossip are you gonna gossip about?
Gundam?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
No,
yeah.
but there's nothing to
that's
gossip
me,
about.
But I'm
Gundam.
guessing
They were hitting,
based on the look.
dude. They were hitting 40.
What?
Dude, they're hitting. 40.
I thought they were teenagers.
Dude, they're hitting 40. Like,
Yeah, that's just rude.
what gossip are they gossip about Gundam? You know what I mean? Like, no, they were just straight up gossiping about this person cheating with this person.
Oh,
This
wow.
person got divorced, or this person is trash. That person
I
is
think they're literally
like,
Wow.
come
I think
on, can we not
think-
have this
I think-
conversation right now?
I think they literally chose the one place.
Oh, man.
in
And the
all of
one
Qatar where they
movie
can
you
have a
wanna
private
do
conversation without anyone listening to them.
Is
Yo.
Gundam.
I have a similar story, but what they were talking about was very inappropriate, so I'm not gonna say it here. I'll tell you guys off cam.
Okay.
It's so inappropriate.
Like, guys, go sit in. There are like thousands of cafes in this country.
Yeah.
Yeah, where people
There are like even like women only days or
Yep.
women only spaces where, or like, you know, where you can just like have your own space to do it. Brother, sister, get in a car and go gossip in the car.
Yeah, okay, that one's I was gonna
Gossip
say,
in the car, go
car's
to the
better.
cafe,
Car's
you
better.
know.
Come on, you will have your privacy.
Even cafes. You know how small this country is? People would recognize you and they'd hear you.
True.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
No, but
Car's
the
better.
point
If you're gonna,
is-
I mean, if you're
Yeah,
gonna gossip,
you're right.
You
If
have
you're gonna
more than
gossip,
enough
don't do it in the
spaces
movie.
There's
to
a lot
gossip
of
about.
ways,
Don't do it
yeah.
in the movie. You're rooting for the other guy.
Go to your majlis. You have one, right?
Like we are right now.
Yeah.
Go to your Discord server and
Discord
chat about
server.
it. You know, if you have one, if you know what Discord is. Assuming you're hitting.
Assuming you
40s.
don't
I
live in a
think they
rock,
do.
so
Really, they're too old to even. know
assuming you don't live under a rock.
Yeah. So like,
Hey, we're pushing 40 and we know what Discord is. Okay.
no, you guys are cool. You guys
Yeah,
are
we
cool
paved the
gamers,
way
you
for
know?
that
Oh,
stuff,
he called
man.
us cool.
Yeah, cool gamers. But like
Oh,
Yeah.
those people at that Gundam
Yeah,
movie,
yeah.
no,
yeah,
they were
for sure.
not.
I get it.
They were.
So in general, they were not geeks whatsoever.
Oh, they don't have to be geeks. We're just talking about general etiquette, man.
That's what, no, that's what I'm saying. They were not geeks whatsoever, and they choose the one movie that
Yeah, the one place,
that
yeah.
they could have been geeks at, for example, anime fans, gamers, anything like that, and they chose that particular anime movie to gossip in.
I feel like they did that because they didn't care about the movie.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, that's why.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like what? Also, like thinking about it. So the ticket is 50 reals
Yeah.
or like 60 reals, depending on which.
Depending
seat
on
you
the cinema,
take.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
So you spent 120 reals to 150 reals
Yep.
gossiping.
Potentially 200 because drinks and popcorn.
Indeed.
No, they took nothing.
Okay, well, yeah.
So that is such an expensive gossip session
That is.
when your car is there,
It's free.
your house is there,
Mm.
a coffee, 50 reals,
Yeah.
tea time, 4
5
reals. If you want to go cheap, real cheap, you know,
Get the karak from the ghetto places for 1 real, you know.
Oh yeah.
you know,
They,
like,
sometimes, believe it or not, sometimes they have the best karak. The ghetto places.
or like go to Wuqud, to the auto car wash and go scream, you go scream and gossip all you want there.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna know
No
what
one's
you're
gonna
talking
care.
about because it's too loud. Because
No one's gonna hear you, yeah.
you're stuck in there.
Now imagine they're sitting there. Now imagine if they keep moving back and forth from the beginning of the theater to the end, running around
Like it's a playground.
like it's a
Oh,
playground.
yeah, the kids.
No, not kids. I'm talking about adults.
Adults? I've not
Adults.
experienced. I've only experienced kids running around the cinema.
May I?
Specifically, No Way Home. When I saw No Way Home,
Wait, hold.
yeah,
I was lucky to watch this in the UK.
I should have watched No Way Home like at home.
I was so happy to watch like the critical movies, like the critical like, you
Yeah,
know,
pivotal moments.
That require
yeah.
your full attention.
that was also like cut a lot here, like there
Yeah,
was
yeah.
uncut there, so like it
Yeah,
was cut.
yeah.
But who? So what do you guys have stories?
For me, it was the movie Smile.
Smiles.
Smile.
I don't know this.
Surprisingly,
movie.
it's very popular
Oh,
here.
Smile is a horror.
It's a horror
Yeah.
movie.
I've not seen Smile.
Neither do I.
It's because of smiling. Apparently, it's an effect.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an effect of something that's about to happen in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So while I was watching the movie, these kids, and I'm by kids I mean compared to me, they're like teenagers.
Okay.
All right, they kept screaming, ah, ooh, ah, like this.
But it's a horror.
I know it's a horror. Yeah, that's one thing. But it wasn't just the screaming part. They were laughing the entire time. They were shouting the entire time. Shouting, not like when there was just dialogue. And they kept running back and forth from one seat to another because it was almost an empty theater.
Empty theater. Yeah.
Yeah. So another thing, people, please, if you're gonna pick a seat, just stay in the same seat. Don't go doing this move when you see an empty seat and
Yeah.
just take it. I mean, there are literally assigned seats for a reason.
Yeah.
They're never gonna stop. Trust me.
It's not gonna
No,
happen.
they're not gonna stop.
Not gonna happen.
I know it's not gonna stop because
I've seen them in concerts. I've seen them in conferences.
Oh,
I've
Conventions.
seen them in conventions. This is like so ingrained in human nature that it's
Yeah.
never gonna go away.
I had to
Yeah.
like literally be at the front of the line to actually see Matt Smith at MEFCC. Yeah, so I can actually get the seat in the front to get him on the panel.
Yeah. Can we talk about MEFCC real quick? Like conventions. Like what's the general rule for conventions? As etiquette.
Apply a
at least.
deodorant,
Yes. Oh god, yes. Especially cosplayers, please use deodorant.
please.
Please.
You're gonna sweat a lot.
Shower,
You have a lot of
you know,
layers.
Before and after.
proper hygiene.
Yep.
You guys, if you guys have enough time to do a cosplay, I think you guys have enough time to do a proper hygiene routine before applying your cosplay
Yep.
costumes, you know. Manners,
Manners for
general
sure.
manners.
Manners for sure.
Well, yeah.
I think I want to note taking photos.
Yeah,
you know?
taking photos. Yeah. With cosplayers.
Yes.
Yep.
You know, like, don't touch unless you're consented to.
Yep.
Be nice about it. Don't be rude.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Whatever they request, if it's like, you know, if you're crossing their boundaries,
Don't
show
pull-
some respect.
Do not cross that boundary.
Do not
Do-
pull on their props because they worked on it.
Don't
Mhm.
touch the props. Don't
Yeah.
touch the costume unless you're consented to.
You know, I hate when people
Mhm.
actually pull on the props. It's like, hey, look, pull. I mean, imagine.
One of my Star Wars cosplays got ruined because of that.
Thank you.
My Darth Revan
Exactly.
cosplay.
Oh, that,
Yeah. Ruined the whole front.
I mean,
Dude pulled the ring.
And they thought it was funny.
He thought it was funny. Yeah.
Of course.
Ruined my whole costume.
adult dude.
No. It was a child. It was a child.
Okay.
Not child. Maybe 12, maybe. Something like that. But still, you know, parents, discipline your kids. It's rude.
Please. Come on.
I mean, we are literally in the age where pop culture is going to a movie or a
Yeah.
convention it requires literally requires some sort of etiquette.
You do
What-
need etiquette, man.
Yeah, it requires etiquette, and it's not just etiquette in those places. Etiquette everywhere, you know.
Mm.
At
Here's
least
the reality.
Yeah.
It doesn't require etiquette. Etiquette have always been there, but now we have to enforce the etiquette.
Yeah, kind of.
That is
have
the
to enforce
problem.
it.
We've reached to the point where the TikTok generation, these
Mm.
kids, now we have to actually keep teaching them how
Yeah.
to be behave appropriately
Yeah.
in the movie, in the convention.
Convention, movie, whatever, man.
Anywhere now,
Yeah.
like
here's the question. So when I was in so I'll give you two examples. Now, you're at a theater,
Okay.
all right? Now, you saw my dilemma, all right? Now, I have to get up and talk to to these teenagers and tell them, be quiet, behave. I'm trying to watch a movie.
Hmm.
You know? That's what, you know, don't run around. Don't let,
Yeah.
I have to raise my blood pressure. Shout
Yeah,
at
and you're
them.
just gonna get called an old dude or something like that, you know?
Exactly.
Something
or
derogatory.
like be quiet, you're being annoying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
something
So
like that.
what's the point of the usher? The person who apparently guides you to your seats.
Yes.
Aren't you calling security for a reason? But apparently they're afraid that
Probably
if-
because they're underage.
because they're underage, they'll tell their parents. Then most likely the parents will either
It's
make a
too much
complaint
trouble.
against
It's too much trouble having to
It
do
is too
this,
much.
kids.
It is
So
too
much
much trouble.
trouble.
That's the thing.
The staff isn't
That's why
getting-
you have to go
staff
there with
won't
good
get-
manners and good etiquette, guys.
also like the staff aren't getting paid.
Also,
enough
this
to
isn't
do
really a
with
podcast
The staff-
episode. This is more of a rant. Thank you.
Yeah.
it. Like the staff aren't getting paid enough to do with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, you know, they're working 8 hours a day, even more on weekends,
Yeah.
even more on public holidays.
Mm.
So like, let's cut them some slack.
Yeah. These most people.
And let's reintroduce bullying.
Here's the thing, right? The TikTok.
I'm
I
serious,
agree.
though.
I agree.
Reintroduce
I
bullying.
agree.
In what manner?
Like reintroduce bullying
Bullying.
people who are not following the etiquette.
Yeah. Or rude.
Like how? Beat them up?
No.
No.
That's what bullying
No,
is.
that's not
Listen.
bullying, man. That's just beating someone up.
Okay, listen.
Isn't that what bullying is?
Abdurrahman,
No,
Abdurrahman.
bullying is mental
All right,
damage.
all right, let's hear it.
As much as I would love to beat them up, that's not the answer.
Of course.
You know?
It's also illegal.
Some loopholes, but anyways,
Some loopholes.
some loophole.
I like it.
Dude, it's got him, man.
Yeah, it's gone.
With enough loopholes, we can manage. But anyways,
Yeah.
Your moments, man. They just the geek end one, and today is like wow.
you know, with some
Yeah,
loopholes,
yeah.
you know, we can do that. But the thing is, like,
How would you introduce bullying? Reintroduce it. If you're not gonna beat them up, of course,
Can't beat him up. That's illegal.
give them
Yeah.
death stares, you know, like,
you give them death stares. They don't
give
care.
them death
Bro.
stares, talk them out of it. No, death stares actually work.
Death stares work. Yeah.
Death stares work.
Dude, Ghanem's death scare is scary. Like,
Yes.
I don't want to be at the receiving end of it.
Listen,
I've seen it once. I'm like, I don't want to be at the receiving end of this, bro.
I've given it. One time I was in a movie, okay, and there were like two children, early teenagers, chatting their way through the movie like it was nothing, and I gave them a very good death stare. Immediately, one of them comes to my seat like, "Is everything okay? I noticed you looking at us." I'm like, "Shut up, dude. Genuinely be quiet." They're like, "Okay, sorry." And then like they continue chatting, but on a lower voice.
A lower register. Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
register. That's good.
so yeah, death stares do work.
They do work.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, but
it
you spoke to
leaves an
them.
impression. It keeps them mentally challenged.
Yep.
You know, it works. You know.
Yeah, but you didn't. You combined the death stare with a firm tone.
That's what you need to do. You know,
Yep.
because listen, you paid for it.
You
Yeah.
paid for it.
I didn't pay
Like
to hear
everyone else.
chats.
You paid for an experience and you paid for a viewing experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want to chat? Get out. Get out.
Mm.
Don't chat. I paid for this seat to watch this. I didn't pay to hear you chat. I didn't pay to hear you kick. I didn't pay to hear you shout. I didn't pay to hear you scream. I didn't pay to hear you play Subway servers. I didn't hear
my
you
God.
to browse TikTok. I did not hear you.
The freaking movie.
I did not hear you to take phone calls, and I certainly did not paid to see you sleep and snore.
Okay.
So please do the due diligence and get out of the cinema if that's not your type. It's okay, guys.
Yeah.
Like, don't force yourself to come somewhere you don't want to go.
Genuinely,
Genuinely.
bother going to the movies,
Don't bother.
Just don't.
right?
That's what we're saying.
Don't
Just
bother.
don't.
I mean, why even bother if you're going to do all of that? I mean, literally, just sit in a
Sit at
coffee
home.
shop for free or at home and play Subway Surfer.
Guys, like I have more fun watching my own movie collection in my bedroom than going to the cinema.
You know what's there, right?
Nowadays, yeah.
Because, sorry, like, nobody's next to me. It's optional if I want to invite my friends through Discord to watch the
True.
movie together. Optional,
Mm.
you know. Optional to invite family and
Also,
friends
unlimited
to watch.
snacks.
Yeah.
I can bring my
Unlimited
own
snacks?
food.
for free.
Mm.
For free.
Also, like cat,
Yeah, you can pet cats. Mm.
you can bring your cat over to
Yeah.
watch together or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can sit in your bed to watch the movie, sleep.
Mm.
Full comfort level.
Yep, full on
Like,
comfort.
see, that's the difference. Like what? Like the reason I go to the movies is for, you know, this movie came out. Let's watch. You know,
It's for the experience.
it's for the experience.
Yeah.
You know, we just want to lie to ourselves that we're movie lovers by paying 50 reals and paying on top of another 50
Yep.
reals for the confessions. And I don't want to hear you yap. Really.
Yeah. Especially if it's a movie like, you know, like Endgame, for example, or something that has hype. Because I remember in the theater.
Dune
when-
Part 2.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
requires
So-
focus.
So I don't know if you saw, like
Oppenheimer.
in Endgame, right? I told you I did the 7-star experience thing. Even in the 7-star experience, people were so excited when the portal rings showed up at the final fight. People were screaming, bro, in 7-star
Yes.
because we were so excited. That's the experience I want, you know.
Yes.
I don't want to hear people talking, chatting about whatever is going on in their lives.
To be
That's the experience you'll never get at home.
that even if they are shouting, they're shouting at a plot, a surprising
Yeah.
plot. That
Yes, yes.
Because at that point,
And it's part of the movie.
Yeah, all the heroes are coming back.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that I'm okay with because that you feel part of the culture
Oh, yeah.
that way, right?
Oh, yeah.
You feel part of the geek community
Exactly.
when you do stuff like that.
Exactly.
But compare it to at home, yeah, I can watch Endgame at home, sure, but I won't get that same level of hype.
Yeah.
You won't get that energy. It's like going to a convention, watching like a side tournament happening at that convention. For example, the Smash tournament during Geekend or Geekdom. 2022, I think.
And I think
Right, there was a Smash in the Tekken tournament, right?
I think it
And
was,
there's this guy, Light Craze. who hasn't played Tekken he's basically the best Tekken player we have in Qatar. Okay, and no joke, I go there, and I'm just like, I'm feeling the energy of the fighting game. You know, I'm yelling, "Go Chris, go Chris!" Like, come on, you don't get that at home.
No.
You don't get that at home. That's why we go to conventions or cinema or whatever. You know, it's that
like,
energy.
One of the recent like geeked up moments I've had was I watched the Sonic 3 movie.
Okay,
and the post credit scene showed up. They showed us like Amy, Sonic, and like it was me and the one dude behind me. We were the only two people in the entire theater.
You're the only two people left
geeking about it.
Nerdy.
And then like me and my friends, they're like, "What is this dude?" They're like, "Bro, since when you watch Sonic?" They're like, "Since when you watch Sonic?"
You don't know. You don't know me that well.
You have no idea, dude. And then I spent like 30 minutes rambling about where are they going? Where is it heading? What are they talking about? Why is she here? Why is that guy here?
Yeah.
What is this a reference to?
Did you reference Sonic Prime?
No,
the series?
Really?
Sonic Prime was a good series.
I haven't watched it yet.
You should watch it. It's a good series. I like Sonic Prime.
Yeah.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, okay, that's the one. Yeah.
It's on Netflix. I started my son on it. He's a big Sonic guy now.
He should be. Sonic Source World's coming in.
Fun fact: Sonic is the first game I ever played on Sega.
Sonic is like one of
Sonic
the first
2.
franchises that I liked.
I think me too.
Yeah.
Really? Sonic also?
Yeah, I played Sonic first. I didn't know who he was at that time. You know, I can barely read
I have
English.
vivid memories about it.
I could barely read English at that time.
Yeah.
I think one of the first games I've completed was Sonic Adventures.
Sonic Adventures.
But the one on GameCube.
PS2? Was that PS2?
DX.
Oh, DX.
The GameCube.
Oh, GameCube.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Man, GameCube.
GameCube. Man.
People forgot about that a long time ago.
Yeah.
I will never forget it, dude.
Also, unrelated to Sonic, but like if you're at a convention, this is a cosplayer thing because I was a cosplayer before.
Yeah.
If you want to take photos with someone, don't just walk up to them and start doing selfies. It's rude.
Yes. Very
Yeah, when I cosplayed, I had a mask, but still, it's rude.
Yeah.
Just tap me on the back or something and just say, ask, hey, can I get a photo with you? I'll obviously say yes, but don't just go like,
Well, careful.
Like just say like
see his reaction?
yeah.
And we've been friends for close to a decade.
Like just say like, "Hi, hey dude, you look cool, like cosplay. Can I take a photo?"
Yeah.
Sure. It's so simple. It's
so
such a
easy.
simple yet ineffective.
Such an easy thing.
I mean, I've always when I was doing.
I don't know why they find it hard to like just ask.
Yeah. Just ask. It's not hard to ask.
They think it's some guy who apparently.
No, I think
was
it's because
paid
people
by the convention or
No.
something.
Like
No,
it's
the
going to
mentality-
that point, right?
Yeah,
Because like
the
most
mentality of
people who go to conventions are usually socially awkward people, geeks, nerds,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like it took me years before I actually was able to be comfortable, like just going up to someone and talking to them. It took me years, man. I was a nerd in high school. I got bullied a lot. Even when I went off to college, it still took me a lot of time.
I think every geek to some degree gets bullied, but that's fine.
Yeah. No, I was like bullied. I was short. I was shorter.
Sonic.
yeah.
You were Sonic short.
Kind of, yeah.
All right.
I was like, I don't know, like 4'11" or something like that. And then I had a growth spurt after high school.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, that's besides the point. Anyway, most people who go to conventions like these are like, socially awkward because they're not used to like human interaction. Especially now, the TikTok generation.
But the people who go to the cinema are not awkward. They're rude.
They're just rude.
They're not
I'm talking about conventions.
They're a combination of everything.
Yeah, kind of.
Like there's a unique duality, like where people who go to the convention are poorly hygienic and awkward, and then people who go to the cinema are poorly hygienic and rude.
There's a theme. There's
How
a constant
strong is your
theme.
sense of smell? I gotta ask.
No, but like every person who is rude in the cinema, just assume they have poor hygiene.
Yeah, most of
And
the
every
time.
person who is rude in the convention or does some awkward things, just assume they have poor hygiene.
That one, the last one about the convention, I agree.
Just,
Not sure about the
you know,
cinema, but
it's a very good conclusion to go to.
Yeah. And also, because obviously it's a convention. There's a lot of bodies in that hall. Eventually,
There's not enough AC.
it's gonna stink up.
There's not enough AC. Oh damn.
Oh, it depends on the building's ventilation too.
That too.
If the building's ventilation is good, you're not gonna notice anything. You're not gonna smell anything. but bad is gonna stay there,
If it's summer,
especially summer.
It was 2023. I was at the Abu Dhabi Convention Center for MEFCC, and I only when I was walking out of the convention hall, that's when the heat was on. You know, not it was just like in the corridors and things like that. That's when the heat was on. You know, it wasn't hot, but it wasn't properly ventilated. Inside the convention hall, that was the good ventilation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but still, all of those warm bodies in like one place, you know,
Oh yeah.
collected into one place.
Oh yeah.
Especially at like vendor markets, you know.
It's not just that. You got the celebrities too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Celebrities have to be
and the panels.
Oh yeah, and the panels and the autograph
Yeah,
stands.
the meet and greet lines.
Oh yeah.
A lot of warm bodies, man. You know, it's gonna generate a lot of sweat and heat.
Yeah. heat and everything.
Yeah.
What would be your, let's say, worst convention moment, if you had one? Like
I would say that when some dude, I'm not gonna mention what
Don't mention
race or whatever, but
yeah.
some dude literally,
Yeah.
I was still posing for, you know, another person taking a photo right in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay. And then like this dude randomly just ran up to me, put his face right next to my face.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I had a helmet on, but
Yeah.
still, super awkward. Right next here, and he started doing this.
Just like that.
Dude, I had a lightsaber. I wanted to whack him with my lightsaber.
You should have.
Oh yeah.
You
No,
should have,
this is in Qatar, so I'm not going to.
But still, you should have.
Violence is illegal. It's not illegal, but you know, it's frowned upon.
Some loopholes.
Some of the
I once hit the guy with my scabbard, and I was sorry. It was intentional.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that too. If you're carrying
Right.
props that are long and big, make sure it's not hitting people when you're walking around, because you know, it happens. It happens.
Make sure it doesn't hit people.
Yeah, just make sure it doesn't hit people.
Yeah. 'cause-
Happened to me a few times, having the lightsaber right next to, like on my belt,
Mm-hmm.
and it would just hit people as I was walking by.
Oh yeah.
And I just made a point where it's like pull him out and just hold him like this, you know. Just like
my worst
easier.
convention. Well, I didn't experience it, but my friends experienced it. I was in the UK. It was a Comic Con the UK,
Okay.
and my friends were cosplaying, and this guy just randomly came up. So here's something I found out in the UK.
Yeah.
There is a specific group of men.
Okay.
Now I have to be specific,
Okay.
because it's a group of men who just go to the convention and just specifically take photos with female cosplayers.
Right.
Creepy.
Yes.
Creepy.
Creeps.
Okay.
And so this dude came up to
one of your friends?
one of the people who I'm going with,
Okay,
the
okay.
convention, and he was like, "Yo, can I can I get a photo, please? Yeah, can I take a photo, please? You know, British,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
UK,
yeah.
London, everything."
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay, okay.
East London.
And then the dude proceeds to absolutely squeeze the two cosplayers for a
Wow.
photo. Wow. Like
Wow.
The level
This
of
Venom
is why-
style
This is why
crazy
consent
creeps.
is important,
the
folks.
level of creepiness
Like-
is beyond 9,000.
Dude, like Venom style creeps, you know, like
Damn.
it was so like it was just like, it was just like grabbing
He'd
like
end up
this.
licking them at that point.
And then as we were seeing them taking the photo, I was like, I can clearly see my friends being like, what is
so
going
awkward.
on?
Yeah.
What is going
Feeling
on?
so uncomfortable.
And then the
yeah.
guy just goes to the next person, and then they go
Goes
to the other
next person. Yeah.
and then the
Collecting
next person,
photos,
the next
yeah.
person, like,
Just creeps in general. That's so creepy, bro.
yeah,
That's so creepy.
like, and
That's one of the reasons. why
and I hate to be hitting on the millennials too much, but he was
he was a millennial.
hitting 40s.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Just saying. I'm not saying you guys.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
We're not
but-
generalizing. Yeah.
When was this?
2023.
Okay, then it was millennial.
Yeah. But like, don't be that guy
Don't
you
be
know,
that guy.
ever, because luckily y'all cannot do this in Qatar because the police just right around the corner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very
So-
strict here.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Mess around and find out. You know. Like especially when you're in Geekdom or in Geekend or
Yep.
you're at any convention. Trust me, it's very convenient to call the police. It's very convenient to lock you up. Very convenient to arrest you. So be nice, be gentle, be respectful, have some manners, like how your parents raised you, and do well.
Yeah, especially to like, you know, if you're a fan of a female cosplayer here in Qatar, don't be rude. Just ask. They'll probably say yes. Also, when they do say yes, they consent to the photo. Do not touch.
Unless you're consented.
Even if I wouldn't touch, even if
Even then, don't.
I don't touch.
But even if you were consented, if you were given permission, don't.
If you want to do like like this kind of pose, ask. 100% ask.
101%.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to keep it light, very light.
Very light. Very light. Never, and nothing below the shoulder.
Okay, so but what happened to just doing this?
Oh yeah, this.
What happened to just
Or this.
doing this?
Or this.
Or like now they do this now?
This,
That
and
they
the
do
Korean
this
heart.
now?
And be thankful. Please be thankful. Thank them.
Thank
at least
you.
Thank them after,
afterwards.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't worry, you're not gonna give them tip. They're not.
Yeah, they're
homeless
not asking
people.
for
They're not
money. They
expecting
do it
from
for
you
passion.
money.
Yeah.
You know.
Most cosplayers do cosplay for passion.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm a big Star Wars fan. You know, I cosplay Darth Revan because one, I can hide my face.
And
Number
you,
two, is my height. Well,
and
not
also,
really.
you
Not really.
taking
Darth
the
Revan's
photo
really
with
tall.
them gives them exposure. So that's
Yes,
the
that too.
thing they're getting from you. So,
Yeah.
you know, so that's all. You know, they're getting something back from you, and you getting something back from them. So that's it. Keep it that way. Don't go anywhere.
Can I tell you my best convention moment? Actually, it was.
Is it a good moment or a horror story? We're talking about horror stories.
Yeah, it's. I know, but I don't have a bad moment so far.
Okay.
But I do have like something that's kind of heartwarming. So there are positive.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. There's positives, of course. Yeah.
All right. So the last time, not this one, the one we were doing the show on Geekend,
Yeah.
the talent show.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That
So
one,
we
yeah.
were walking around.
November. I think.
September.
Okay.
All right. So we were walking around. I found this kid, about yay high. He was wearing Kylo Ren, and his dad was wearing the Rebels uniform.
Okay.
He had a plastic lightsaber.
Oh, that's cute.
No. Here's what's better.
Did you loan him one of your lightsabers?
Can I finish?
Okay. Sorry.
I took away his lightsaber, and I gave him my double-bladed lightsaber.
Nice.
Yeah, I made his world. And then we started fighting together.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Oh yeah. It was about my nephew's age. It was like 8 or 9, and he was wearing Kylo Ren's.
You had the helmet on.
He had the helmet on.
Nice.
That's the fun part, you know.
That's the fun part of it.
I mean, I didn't ruin his day. I made it better.
You improved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the fun part of being a cosplayer. Sometimes is the kids.
Yeah.
You know the
Or even
when their
adults
faces light
who
up.
do funny
Even
stuff.
adults. Yeah.
You
Even
know,
adults.
yeah, when there's goodness in you, you actually can pass it on.
Yeah.
Especially as a geek, when you're part of the same pop culture references and things like that, a Star Wars geek, a gamer geek, or so on. If you're part of that community, there is literally nothing that can go wrong if you do it with a kind heart.
Yeah, that's
You know?
true.
And especially I was in Kuwait,
I'd
where
like to add on Abdurrahman's story because I know the guy that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was wearing the Rebels and Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
I took a pic with him, and I specifically asked him, "Is it okay for me to put my hand on your shoulder?" He said, "Okay, that's fine."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see, you behaved
that's simple.
Yeah.
That's simple etiquette.
Yeah, you behaved exactly that was appropriate.
Yeah, it's good manners.
Yeah.
Good manners.
Yeah.
as
man.
any person's just supposed to do, just
Yeah.
be a normal person.
Yep.
Problem
But-
is that's an alien thing nowadays.
How so?
It's too alien.
The concept
Too alien.
of
good-
asking
of good
for
ma-
consent and good manners is apparently alien now.
And on the topic of bad manners, I was cosplaying in February's Geekend, sorry,
Yeah.
Okay.
as Squid Game soldier, pink soldiers.
Oh yeah, the pink soldier. Yeah.
All right.
So I remember a woman. She wanted to take a pic with me, but instead of just simply asking, I was wearing a belt. She pulled my belt. No, I didn't mean like a light pull, like an harsh pull.
Actual pull.
An actual pull.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
turned around, looked at her. She said, "Can I take a picture?" You're fine.
Okay.
Take a picture and that's it.
Like she was from
Why
your
was
back.
that needed?
I don't know.
Wait. She was.
Maybe you weren't getting her attention or
Was
something.
she at your back?
No, the belt, like the
belt,
front
yeah.
belt. Like she was just like grabbing it and
Yeah.
She was right in front of him. She
Right
was
in front of you?
Behind me.
She was right in front
Oh,
of you.
behind you.
Behind. You see what I mean?
Oh, so you probably didn't hear her when she was asking the first time.
Could be.
It gets loud in Geekin.
Oh yeah, especially in the karaoke part.
Like
Yeah, true.
like I think a tap on the shoulder
Yeah,
is
like
enough.
a light tap is enough to get your
yeah,
attention.
I mean the pull's just bad. What if
It's a little excessive. A little excessive.
Yeah, so like just don't.
I mean, he could have had an expensive belt, and it could have like dropped
Could have
his,
ripped. No, it's not
and
gonna
it
rip.
could have caused his pants to drop or something.
Yeah.
Right? That could have been much more
That
embarrassing.
there's an assault charge.
Hmm?
That there's an assault charge.
Yeah.
Let's not get into deep about what happens.
So you said in Kuwait,
Yeah.
So like I remember like one of the good moments in Kuwait. There was like Scream cosplayer,
Okay, Ghostface.
Ghostface cosplayer, and he was just walking around with the knife. Like
Oh yeah.
he would just put his knife on your neck. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you."
All
Like it's just it's funny.
No, but that's part of the character, though, right?
It's nice. But
Like okay, a little bit excessive on terms of
Yeah.
personal space,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
funny
yeah.
nonetheless.
Funny, funny, yeah.
Because this ghost, he's like, oh, but
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're making a video, it's you shouldn't.
no, he was just like doing this regardless whether making a video. Or he's just like,
okay.
it's like grabbing the knife. He's like,
That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't say the line unless he's like.
I think
making
it's
a
okay
video.
because
he
it's
wasn't
the
even saying the
character.
line. He was just like trying to, he was just
Get in
showing off, just
Oh,
showing.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, was he like on your throat or just like
Yeah,
gesturing?
on my throat.
Like actually on your
On
throat?
my throat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was
It's
it
a little
behind you
awkward.
or in front of you?
Little,
A little
Was it
awkward.
behind you or in front of you?
No, in front of my family.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
It's a little awkward, man.
Little awkward, but funny.
I'm trying to defend him because like it's part of the character, not giving
Yeah, I mean-
giving a crap about other people's feelings. Because one, he's a murderer.
A serial killer.
yeah. So he's just like he's in character.
But also,
then-
I'm in Kuwait, so I'm expecting some bold characteristics in the
fair
convention
point.
as well.
Fair point. Fair
Oh,
point.
You know,
yeah.
Kuwaitis are
Kuwait is a
generally
little
like
bit more open,
quite
yeah.
bold. Yeah.
Yeah.
How big is the Kuwait Comic Con?
Like
I've never been.
twice to 3 times the size of Geekdom building.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
At least 4 times the size.
So it's a proper convention hall.
I mean, if you had like let's say, Geekdom at the Qatar Convention Center.
Yeah.
The
QNCC.
Qatar, QNCC. Yeah. I mean, you would have the perfect place for.
Oh yeah, QNCC is massive, bro. They have massive convention halls.
Yeah, I'd say that's as big as when they were doing it in MEFCC. Oh yeah.
When I did there was a UN summit maybe a decade, 2 decades ago. There was a UN summit that happened here. They held it in QNCC.
Yeah.
And this was the first time I was going into QNCC and seeing the actual premises. Dude, like their convention halls are massive. Can easily house up to like 10,000 people all at once.
And-
massive convention halls. And clean. Carpeted too.
Oh yeah. I know.
So, since we were deviating a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit,
So,
yeah.
I assume there is. What are the, like final taking points in terms of etiquette?
That was it actually.
Yeah.
We've covered most of it. That's why I put
mean,
it down.
Alright, so Abdurrahman, give us your one advice.
Which is like on etiquette.
Just for the
movies.
people. Just
Yeah, just for
from
the
them.
All right. For real, always definitely be on your best behavior. Don't be too formal, but don't be
Don't be too casual either.
don't be a dick, basically. Yeah. I mean, I can't.
Someone says the D word.
Okay, don't
I'll
be
bleep it out.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Don't be a.
It's
I'll
fine.
still bleep it out.
Okay.
That's why I said
Be
don't be too
nice.
casual.
Don't be too don't be too casual with others.
yeah.
Get consent. Be thankful. Thank them a lot after taking a picture with them. Try and if you're cosplaying with someone, be kind-hearted to them. To the person you're trying to interact with. Don't do inappropriate things like pull on someone's belt. That one just
That took me by surprise, by the way.
I
would not expect that here.
I was imagining that she was pulling you from the back, and I was right. I knew she was pulling you from the back because
Yeah,
there's
from
no
the
way
back,
you
yeah.
pull from the front and not notice.
Yep.
Because if a pull from the front, that's
Yeah.
wow.
Well, that's why we said like a light tap on the shoulder.
Yeah, a light
you know.
tap at least, light tap on the shoulder.
I'll get the attention.
A lot. I've been cosplaying for a while, in the past, and my buddy Khalid Abdo, when we
Shout out to Khalid.
Shout out to
Ice-T
Khalid.
Gaming.
Ice-T Gaming, bro. And when we were both cosplaying together, the more events we did, we were actually making sure that in those events that there are specific rules that are implemented.
Yeah, you have to
You know?
enforce those rules.
And those rules only goes to the safety of the cosplayers. You know? Because you never know what will happen. Because it's not just grown men or men in general that are
Kids also, women also, everyone.
inappropriate behavior can happen.
Yeah.
So put yourself in their position.
Can I just like a quick story? When I did when I organized a cosplay competition that was held in Virtuosity when I was still working there.
Yeah.
I literally had to set up security for the cosplayers because there was gonna be a parade within the mall, within DFC.
Okay.
So I had like full-on security. I had like 10 guys protecting like the cosplayers from like random people just showing up, pulling on them and all that. Because it does happen. And we had like a girl that was cosplaying Saint Seiya.
Okay.
And she had slightly revealing clothes. Like not
Saint
super.
Seiya?
Yeah, Saint Seiya.
A girl was cosplaying. Oh god.
Not as Saint Seiya. In the series. One of the girls in the series with the wings.
Oh, one of the girls.
Yeah,
Okay,
with the
okay,
wings. I
okay.
forgot the name. But she had like a V neck here. It's slightly down.
Okay. Okay.
So it wasn't really showing a lot of cleavage, but like we still had security just in case.
Without doubt.
Because like people are unpredictable.
And so, final advice, guys.
Just be nice.
Just
And
be nice. Be
you know,
polite and
yeah,
be
be
nice.
polite and
Director,
be
any advice?
Be nice and ask. Also, don't pull on people's belts.
nice. Very specific.
Especially on their belts.
Yeah.
My final advice is your actions have consequences. If I see you interrupt my lovely 90-minute time of watching a crappy movie, I will bully you. Because I bet bullying you will be more fun than watching this movie.
And by bullying, he means giving you death stares.
Giving you
Death
death
stares and telling you that you suck. And that you should just leave the cinema and never come back again.
But that's the last resort.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise I would go through loopholes.
Certain loopholes.
Some loopholes.
Yeah.
They will not be disclosed.
Unethical
To
loopholes.
some degree.
Yeah,
To some
unethical
degree.
loopholes
Yes.
to deal with. But yeah, thank you guys
Could
for
be
watching.
first degree, second degree.
Um,
Damn it.
Thank
I
you
wish
guys
you
for
got that joke. That was a funny joke, man.
yeah, it was.
Did you get it though?
Yeah.
First degree, second degree?
I wanted to say something even worse, but I kept it quiet for.
Yeah.
No one laughed. It was a good joke.
It was a good joke.
Laugh at my joke. Thank you.
Man, someone requires validation. Wow.
We'll edit a laugh track, don't worry.
Yeah,
No, don't do that.
Yeah, no.
Because I got to do that.
What a sitcom laugh.
Nah, okay, let's close out the episode.
Thank you guys for watching. This is Ghanem Kbezi.
Abdurrahman Mahanadi.
Leo.
Sultan.
And this is Qatartainment.
We'll see you all
I'll see
next
you guys.
week.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell us what you think about this episode. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Don't pull on
Yes.
people's belts.
Peace out.